Get the ball on the 14-yard line.
It'll be first down Lions.
The ball spot at the 14 is where the Lions will take over. Once again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. So the Lions take over on the 14-yard line as they are down 38-13. Ball's handed off right up the gut.
I think we might have came in there with the crown of the head, Coach. I'm not sure who it was, but
another flag as the Dolphins continue to
really
find ways to hurt themselves.
To Michael Garrett on the tackle.
Targeting against the Dolphins, as you said, came in with the crown of his helmet.
Personal foul.
So that is the third personal foul penalty against the Dolphins in this
Personal
second
foul
half.
Against the Dolphins, 15 yards.
So that gives them a free 15 yards, moves the ball beyond the 30-yard line. Davis hands the ball off to Maddox.
Otto Brewer and Kingston Lowe combined on the stop. 82 brings up 2nd and 8 for the Lions.
2nd and 8 for the Lions as the clock ticks inside 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Okay, 2nd and 8. Ball faked to Maddox, and ran by Davis, who was standing and running right next to Maddox.
Good job by our defense right there. Our interior defense has done a good job of really controlling their power run game, trying to get downhill. You know, they've had a few pretty good runs, but I mean, you know, obviously coming into this half, negative 0.6 yards a carry for the Williamson Lions. Our interior defense is really, really doing a good job, OC.
So it brings up a third down as the clock ticks inside 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in this third quarter. Here's the penalty flag on the play.
Dead ball.
Legal procedure against the Lions. Moves them behind the chains. So that brings up 3rd and 11.
Williamson's been in this situation a lot tonight. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12. Let's see what type of package right here. Coach Van Gorder is going to dial up for the Dolphins.
Left tackle looked like he moved early again.
I agree.
Davis
There's that
not
sack.
able to find somebody, and the sack is provided. That is Landon Everett, the sophomore, with the sack. Is going to cause the Lions to punt. Once again, we apologize. We had technical difficulties earlier if you're just now joining us back. While we were away,
4th and 18 for the Lions.
We had a
ball spot on the 23-yard line.
Tipped interception caught by Isaiah Hammock. The 5th turnover by the Lions that was taken back for a touchdown. You might have also missed a blocked field goal on a Langston field goal that was attempted. They're saying the beanbag is on the ground, saying that the ball was touched
I think it just must have fell out, Coach.
I was a little nervous. Is this?
Ball will be down and spotted.
Okay, so he's throwing it and spotting it as it touched a lion.
It touched Williamson, so the ball was dead.
And little known fact in football, in a situation like that, if Ronnie would have picked the ball up and ran with it, let's say he fumbled it, it would have at least gone. So with that, it's almost like a free play. That's one of those not very touched on aspects of the game that could have been an opportunity. As we see, Colin Wilson is back in the game. We received word that from Jimbo Tolbert that it was just a cramp. He might have gone down while we were off the air, but it appears the cramp is gone as he continues to push downfield. Gets 5 yards right there.
Just another tough run right there by Colin. Uses his spin move to get another couple yards right there to end. I mean, Coach, his yards after contact is really impressive. I mean, you don't take him down with the first attempt most times.
No, he is slippery. Price Stevens motions into the plug position. And another downhill run and another start and stop. And Wilson's going to get 3-4 yards. Make it 3rd and 2.
For 5 yards, advancing the ball out to the 46-yard line in Lion territory.
Another one of them famous back jukes, as Coach Corcoran calls it right there. I believe we're going to go to the fourth quarter right there. Quite an eventful third quarter right here at the Mick with a couple turnovers. We had a punt block for a touchdown. We threw a pick six to them. They threw a pick six to us. They fumbled on a kickoff return, a blocked field goal. I mean, goodness, Coach, that's 1 quarter of football.
If you're playing football bingo at home, somebody's got to have bingo. Man. Shout it out. Let us know if you had bingo there. We're going to reach out to Coach Tolbert here and try to get him on the horn.
Furniture and decorating ideas to enhance the coast with style.
So at the end of the third quarter, Dolphins 38, Lions 13. Coach Tolbert, we're heading into the fourth quarter, and Colin Wilson back on the field. You had told us it appeared just to be a cramp, and he's ready to go?
Yeah, guys, he just came off the field earlier in the third quarter with some cramps. The staff took a look at him in the tent, just got him some hydration, maybe some pickle juice and some mustard, and sent him back out there. It's good to see him back out there as we start this as we start this fourth quarter. A couple of things to shore up, though. Coach is over here pleading with the guys to stay fundamentally sound and stop with all the stupid penalties. And those are things that will come back and bite this team in the rear end as we get deeper into the season and try to make a playoff run. So we got to shore that stuff up now so that it doesn't hurt us later on in the season.
Ronnie Royal there on the 3rd and short, and it appears he's going to be spotted short of the line of game. Coach, you mentioned we had 3 penalties that really hurt us right there. So Coach Hudspeth is preaching, as you said, pleading to his boys to keep their head on straight. And the downhill run game that we've seen, we're no longer moving east and west, we're running downhill. Has that been a message that's been coming from the coaching staff to the players?
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see as this quarter's gone on, as Colin Wilson's gotten back in the game, he's doing a much better job of just kind of allowing his offensive line to create the holes. He's being patient behind his offensive line and picking his moments to gain positive yardage on each and every carry. Stuff that's got to continue here in the fourth quarter. I think the ground game is very strong right here.
Just stop.
Thanks, Coach Tolbert. We appreciate your insight, and we'll talk to you again soon. As we were talking with Coach Tolbert, Ronnie Royal, as you saw, stopped twice on 3rd and short and then on 4th and short, not able to get that 1.5 yards that we needed. Ends up being a turnover on downs. Lions take over on the 46-yard line.
Good stop right there by the Williamson defense right there.
Ball's handed off to Maddox, and he is met by Jermichael Garrett as well as Landon Everett.
Landon Everett, I'm sorry, Coach. I went back a year on this. Coach, he's had a great game, man. That might have been Otto Brewer on that. Did we miss that? It was a pot of Dolphins right there, Coach. I mean, really getting good penetration right there, meeting the back in the backfield about 3 yards deep right there. A great job by our interior defense.
Otto Brewer, you mentioned him. He moves from an outside lineman to an interior lineman. Coach has been very happy with what he's brought. He is
right there again.
As he has a quarterback hurry right there, and Ronnie Royal delivering a blow to number 12, Keith Donald. That ball was caught, and Donald's wishing maybe he hadn't caught it as he gets hit by Ronnie Royal. Once again, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12. They've lived here all night. The Dolphin defense has done a good enough job stopping them. Let's see if they've got one more stop in them.
I think right here, if they can get about half. I mean, it may be 4-down territory anyway at this point in the game, but if they definitely can get halfway, I think they would definitely go for it here. Try to find some late life from the Lions here in the 4th quarter.
Flag on the play.
We're going to call it against ourselves. I mean,
as Ronnie Royal collides with Isaiah Hammock. Number 7 for the Lions, Torian Nettles was the intended receiver. He's clapping, looking like it's going to be either a defensive hold or a pass interference. Good to see Hammock and Ronnie get up after a collision.
Yeah, Ronnie plays full speed, Coach. I mean, he's flying right there. It's a pretty big collision. 2 Dolphins running into each other right there. What'd they call?
It is a defensive holding. It is only a 10-yard penalty, but with it, I believe, comes an automatic first. So it would not have been a first down. It would have been a 3rd and 1, but with it carries a automatic first down.
Is it?
Nope. At least in the college game it is, but
this is going to be 3rd and 1.
We got 3rd and 1. So I stand corrected. I apologize. The man gets loud, trying to will this defense to a stop. Definitely will be 4-down territory, you think, if they don't get it on the first try. A bobbled exchange between Davis and Willie Maddox allows for the Dolphin defense to come in. Coach Van Gorder dialing up pressure up the middle. That's right where the ball was headed.
I believe the quarterback was trying to keep that, and the running back held on to it because Williamson pulls both right guard and right tackle to the left side right there, and we come from the backside right there with the running back holding on to the ball.
So it goes from 3rd and 1 to now 4th and 4. The Lion offense stays on the field. Trips into the boundary. They look at the single receiver side. Nice slant thrown right there. That was caught by Torian Nettles, who was the intended receiver on that holding. Runs the slant right in front of Bray Jackson.
Once again, number 1, Demetrius Davis staying in the pocket, Coach. I mean, we consistent pressure all night long, and he has consistently stayed in the pocket and delivers a ball and gives his receiver a chance, hits him square in the chest on that ball. It was a good job by number 1.
Great poise in the pocket all night. He's paid the price for it a couple times. Willie Maddox right up the gut. Good push there by the Williamson offensive line. He's able to get 3 yards before he's made contact with the Dolphin defender. But as soon as he does make contact with the Dolphin defender, he goes down. 2nd down for the Lions.
2nd and 7 for the Lions.
Clock's running. Clock's on our side right now. It's just, avoid any big play right here. Let's keep him out of the end zone, Coach.
Coach Van Gorder wants to keep him out of the end zone. As his defense is not responsible for either touchdown tonight.
Oh.
Defender falls down, and it is overthrown. Hard hit taken by the intended receiver as Ronnie Royal, as you said, playing full speed at all times, delivers the hit.
Yeah, the receiver was up, hands extended over his head, trying to make the catch, and whoa, we just got a flag that comes in.
We got
just
a flag that
late.
comes in late by an official who threw it underhand and seems very unhappy with Kingston Lowe. And that's in the area of a verbal penalty.
That's about as late as you're going to see a flag.
I mean, the trainers had already gotten to the injured player as Kingston Lowe hung around in the secondary and apparently said something that the referee did not like. They are huddled up. This is a game of emotions, Coach, and we've got to keep our emotions in check. Once again, we're looking at putting them into a late down situation, and we do something that is 100% on us and something that is avoidable.
Will this be the third personal foul or fourth personal foul?
This will be the fourth personal foul. The second unsportsmanlike. And then we've had two unsportsmanlike, if this one is unsportsmanlike, and then two personal foul penalties. So the referee is talking with Coach Hudspeth.
Personal foul against the defense.
That's extremely disappointing, Coach.
You've got to keep your head.
I don't understand why. I just don't.
And it's a situation where I don't know the frustration that the player had. A Lion defender is a Lion receiver is on the ground. There's no penalty called against Ronnie. There was nothing for Kingston to argue about or say that he didn't do it, and you can't have it. And you know that those penalties, Coach Hudspeth is not going to let those go. That is going to be a point of emphasis going forward. Is that this is going to be a team that's going to compete. We cannot have penalties like that. So, new life breathed into the Lions as Davis keeps it on the RPO that time and is met coming downhill.
Isaiah
Hammock coming from his safety position, reading that RPO or that read option.
High school scores. Final score, St. Michael 49, Orange Beach 3. UMS right over
St. Michael, we're getting some scores from around the area from the PA announcer.
Faith Academy 14.
St. Michael
Tiger
Cardinal
14 at half.
take down the Orange Beach Makos.
Spanish Fort 28, St. Paul 0.
Spanish Fort up 28-0 against St. Paul's. A lot of good footballs played in South Alabama, and it's all in action tonight as Davis is trying to motion to his receiver to tell him where he wanted him to be. Lucky that ball was not the sixth turnover tonight, as there were 3 or 4 Dolphins in coverage.
Well, we're talking about scores. Let's look forward to next week. Gulf Shores will be traveling to Alberta. Alberta is playing UMS Wright tonight, and the score to that one, the last I have, is 55-7. UMS Wright leading that one in the fourth quarter.
39 for the Lions.
So looking like Alberta will fall to 2-4. They'll be 1-3 in the region after tonight. Doesn't get any easier with the Dolphins coming to Alberta next week.
No, it does not. That is a tough 2-game stretch to go from UMS to the Dolphins. The umpire has to duck to avoid the ball getting hit with the ball. Carter Bird in coverage, and there is a flag that comes from the very back judge.
That was Hammock.
Pass interference. So once again, 3rd and long.
That one was a little more effort-wise. That one right there you can live with. It's not exactly what we want, especially 3rd and long. You know, a kid playing hard right there. Those we can, I don't scratch my head on those as much as the one before. The prior before, the play's over a minute. And I guess, I'm not going to speculate on what happened, but obviously wasn't good. That one right there, senior Isaiah Hammock playing hard. Referees in the way. There's just a lot going on right there. So that one, I'll throw that one under effort, you know,
Yeah.
and we can those are going to happen from time to time.
So the Lions are now inside the 10-yard line as they try to get it all sorted out. As Mr. Whitehat is going to come and communicate with us.
Pass interference.
Yes,
against the
pass
defense.
interference against the defense, as we already knew, and it is first down for the Lions. Oh, sorry,
3rd and short.
third down, so it was not an automatic first. So 3rd and short, very short.
It's going to be a 4-down territory, right? They're going to have 2 plays.
Well, the last time they had 3rd and short, they lost yardage. We'd love for them to lose some yards right here. Play clock sits at 18. We're under 7 minutes to play in the game. You know Coach Van Gorder is bringing some pressure. Where's it coming from? It's coming from all angles. And once again, they came from both sides and up the middle. Went from 3rd and half a yard to now 4th and 4.
Yeah, you saw him creeping down right there, and Jordan Watson able to break through right there and make a tackle in the backfield for a loss of 2. Nice job by Coach Van Gorder again, dialing it up. I expect to see it again right here, Coach. Let's lock them up, and we're going to play some man coverage down here. Basically playing like basically cover 1, man coverage right here, 1 free safety. Yeah, Ronnie's running with number 3, so you can see we're locked up man-to-man here.
Flag on the play.
I don't think
they're not going to get it.
That's got to be on them.
It's in the area of maybe illegal formation. Someone was not on the line.
You know, they motioned, and I don't think they ever got another guy back on the line of scrimmage.
I think you're right, as that penalty should go against the Lions.
Defense coming off the field. That's a good job.
Yeah,
right there.
illegal procedure. Penalty is declined. The result of the play was short of the line to gain. Dolphins take over. Coach Van Gorder's defense keeps them off the board yet again.
The game's not quite over yet, Coach, but, you know, if we don't give up any more points, you know, I think them guys deserve some donuts on Mondays. Coach Van Gorder likes to get the defense some donuts when, all right, you know, we like to get them some donuts. I don't know what it, but, you know, we like to get them some donuts to celebrate the shutout. And, you know, defense, outside of a couple of bonehead penalties, have really played well. I think really most of their positive yards have come on, you know, our penalties of late. Another nice job of that kind of timed our snap count up right there a little bit. Williamson still playing hard here with 5 minutes and 55 seconds left in the game.
So a loss of
2nd and 14 for the
loss
Dolphins.
of 4 for the Dolphins.
Some other Region 1 matchups here. We got BC Rain up 42-7 over Citronelle right now. BC Rain, Coach, seems to be getting better and better each week. You know, had a big win last week against Davidson. Davidson.
So BC Rain will be our last game or last regular season game on senior night, coming in the first weekend of November. As Ronnie Royal tries to come to the outside, isn't able to get there.
Ronnie Royal around left end.
Yeah, the Region 1 championship is, you know, maybe coming down to the last week, 9 and 10. That Viger matchup and BC Rain matchup just keeps getting, you know, a little bit more intriguing every week as Viger's still undefeated, correct?
Correct. Viger's still undefeated. The Wolves, only 2 years removed from a state championship, I believe.
That was in 4A, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we know Viger's had more NFL talent than any state, any team in the state of Alabama.
Burton Scott, or you know him as BJ Scott, he's still one of the better football players I've ever seen, as I was able to play against him.
Oh, boy.
Ronnie Royal, talking about great football players. He makes another great move, makes the man miss. He's got a blocker in front of him. And Ronnie gets the ball inside Dolphin territory, brought down at the 35. So takes it from the 9 all the way to the other 35.
Good job by them guys up front again, and a nice good run right there. Ronnie able to show his speed in open field right there. Nice big play for the Dolphins run game right there. My favorite Viger Wolf of all time is Willie Anderson, offensive lineman.
Hey, I'm Auburn guy, played for the Bengals.
Hey, that's your guy, man.
Yes, was on the field at the Auburn game a couple weeks ago when I was there. Featured on the pregame video. Willie Anderson, all-out, I believe, possibly NFL Hall of Famer.
Oh, no doubt. 1,000. Coach, one of the best offensive linemen of all time. You know, and it takes a lot for me to say my favorite guy being an Auburn guy. You know, me being an Alabama graduate. But, you know, talent recognizes talent, right? And, he's one of my class guys, still gives a lot back in that community. Man, but Viger really has had a lot of string of great football players. Jalston Fowler, you know, they led them to a state championship years ago. But that week, is that a week 9 matchup for the Dolphins? Is
Viger.
Is going to be a big time. But, you know, it may come to that. Might be the region championship right there. Dolphins hunting their first region championship in school history.
So the Dolphins, the remainder of the season looks like this. We go to Alberta next week. Then the Dolphins have their bye week, in which we will be having multiple fundraisers going on during that bye week weekend. I know that there's Zoonami is taking place. If you're in the area, or even if you're not and you want to come to a great event, it's held at the Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo. Great fundraiser for the Dolphin Foundation for Education and Arts. They've got Zoonami. There's a golf tournament as well as the Haunted Hustle. So 3 opportunities during the bye week to come and support the Dolphins on and off the field and in the classroom, as Harris is able to scamper, get away from some pursuing wolves, and turns what could have been a loss of 2 to about a gain of 9.
It's an impressive play right there by the freshman. You know, gets pressure in the face, spins out of it, sees he has some open running lane, and is able to hit it and get a 9-yard gain right there. That was protects the football while doing that. That was a great job by Judd Harris.
Ball's given to Colin Wilson. He takes his one cut. He's one cut and gone. That is Colin Wilson. Once again, finds the end zone with 2:49 left in the game. Colin Wilson finds the end zone yet again.
I really like that drive right there for our offense. You know, we may get the ball back again before the game's over, but, you know, that's kind of, be the last drive, hopefully, for us in the game, for us to go into the weekend right there, get 2 big runs, one from Ronnie, one from Colin. A great scramble right there from the freshman quarterback. One of our better drives of the night. You know, I'll be honest right there. That offensive line, you know, I'm going to give them guys a lot of credit up front right there. And that was an impressive drive right there for the Dolphins.
Dolphins 45, Williamson Lions 13.
Once again, not sure when our broadcast cut out, but Colin Wilson was taken off the field with what we're being told was cramps, but good to see a kid was taken off the field with a lower body injury. He's able to make cuts like that, and he appears to be just fine.
Yeah, he looked good right there. I mean, he presses the hole. Linebacker comes, left foot in the ground, makes him miss. Straight upfield, his straight line speed's about as impressive as his start and stop ability. He really is a full package, Coach. I mean, I've watched him now over the course of the season, and Ronnie is a great running back as well. But that combination right there is a really impressive combination. I mean, really in any classification in the high school football in the state of Alabama, that's a heck of a 1-2 punch. I mean, in 5A, man, that plays. Those 2 guys can play. Ronnie plays both sides. He's all over the field really all night long in every game. That was an impressive drive right there. Hopefully give our offense some confidence right there going into the weekend and getting ready for next week to go to Alberta.
Thunder and lightning, a nice 1-2 punch with Royal and Wilson. Ball is caught at the 3-yard line. That was returned by McCree. Jermaine McCree's been doing the the kick return privileges for the Lions, and he's had ample opportunities as the Dolphins have 45 points on the board. He's gotten his fair share of kick returns and was not able to escape the pursuing Dolphins. Ends up inside right at the 20-yard line. So the Lions looking to close the gap just a little bit. We were a little nervous coming out of the half as it was all Lions early. Dolphins settled down for the most part. We still had some penalties that were uncharacteristic, but they have settled in.
Timeout, Dolphins.
And we've got a timeout taken by the Dolphins.
So we're going to have an opportunity to get some other guys in right here, get them some work. Then we're going to take a timeout, make sure we got personnel all squared away right here for this drive right here for the Williamson Lions.
Now, this is one of those situations where, as a defensive coordinator, you want to try to get some other guys in, maybe some 2s or 3s in the game, but at the same time, you want to preserve that defensive shutout. I remember in my years of playing, and for Coach Jay Cozio, who we saw on the opposite sideline against UMS, one big play, and it would be a situation like this. The whole starting defense would be back out there. They're dog-tired, and those defensive players are begging, guys, don't give up something big, so we have to go back out there. So we see a couple different numbers out there as we look to hold the Lions out of the end zone for 2 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the game.
Somebody screaming right there to the ball. Who was that?
Cameron Scarborough on the
Number 41, Coach.
The loss for the Dolphins. Cross the 3, brings up second and
Jackson
15.
Sermon, freshman right there, flying to the ball, making a good tackle. Now, Coach, right here when you're the defense coordinator and you got some other guys, a lot of base right here. Let's keep it simple. Let's keep everything in front, soft on the coverage. It's just all about not giving up a big play. Williamson's elected to run the football, so the clock's still running. 2 backs right here. Looks like they're probably going to stick with the run game and try to get out of here and get back across the bay right there.
Ball was handed off to Keith Donald, number 12. Been seeing him play receiver all night. Drops back into the backfield and is able to break a couple tackles, get a little bit of yardage, but once again, Dolphins keep everything in front of them.
Levi Howard
bend but don't break.
For the Dolphins.
3rd and medium for the Lions.
The 24-yard line brings up 3rd and 7 for the Lions.
As we got 1 minute left in the 4th quarter. Looks like Williamson is in no hurry as they are going to do their best to run as much time off the clock as we make a late substitution. And looks like we're now going to have to call a timeout as we were not able to get our substitution and the proper personnel on the field. So with 38 seconds left in the game, Coach Van Gorder talking to his second defense, making sure they understand exactly what they're supposed to do for these next 38 seconds. So Coach Jacks, we got Alberta next week. We're moving towards the latter part of our schedule. We looks like we're going to hold on to that number 1 ranking. Anytime you get that number 1 put next to your name, that is a target on your back and something that needs to be protected. What are your thoughts going into the back part of this season of what these Dolphins need to do to position themselves to be in a real opportunity to make a run at the state championship?
Well, first things first, Coach. When you're number 1, you're going to get everybody's best. But with that being said, we got to take them one at a time. Let's play the schedule. Let's go to Alberta next week. Obviously, I believe we're the better team there, and if we show up and do what we're supposed to do, then You know, we should handle business there, go into the off week, get healthy, you know, and then it's a 2-game season. You got Viger coming in here who's got a chance to be undefeated. That could be the region championship. Then you also have BC Rain, who seems to be getting better as the year goes on. We threw it to a different guy, and a different guy called it right there. But, you know, that's what we've got to take care of first. You know, let's take care of Alberta. The goal is to win the region. The next goal is to be 10-0, and then everything else is out the window. And now it becomes the playoffs. And when 1-4 matchup, you know, there's not a lot of upsets in the 1-4 matchups in the state of Alabama at most case scenarios. You know, got to get past. You know you're going to get that one at home. You're going to get a 4 seed if you're the region champ. And then, you know, it starts to get, you know, second round gets a little tougher, third round gets a little tougher. You know, just kind of looking at it, you know, Central Clay County seems to be, you know, a really good football team. Charles Henderson's a really good football team. You know, Carroll upset Charles Henderson a few weeks ago. So there's still a lot of good football teams in 5A South. But Coach, and I know Coach Hudd will reiterate that. We're going to take them one at a time. First things first, let's take care of Alberta. Then let's secure a region. Let's secure a 10-0 season, first time in school history. And then all that's behind us. You know, it's great. They can't take it away from us. But now it's time to start the playoffs. So still a lot to play for. I still don't think we've played our best game, complete game. Our defense has by far been the most consistent unit that we have. I do not think tonight was our best special teams night. I thought kickoff played well. Field goal unit had a field goal block. Punt unit had a punt block and a scoop and score. So I know Coach Hudd will definitely get that fixed. But, Coach, when you're 7-0 and you know we haven't played our best game we've played all year, that's a really good feeling.
And as a coach, you kind of want that. You don't want to play your best football early.
No, you don't.
Because we've seen it. There are teams that it's all about when you get hot. You know, if you get hot late, you've got an opportunity to make a deep run, and that's what these Dolphins are looking to do. So we're going to take just a second as we wait for Coach Tolbert to track down Coach Hudspeth, and we will get him on the broadcast and get his takeaways. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, 45-13 in favor of the Dolphins. The Dolphin defense and Coach Van Gorder and his staff pitching yet another shutout. So we'll have to find out whether or not it's donuts on Monday, if that counts.
Man, 5 turnovers. 2 pick six. Another great performance by the defense. A couple penalties that are bothersome, but another impressive outing by him, Coach. Like I said, there's still a game out there that we've not played our best game yet. And I know Coach Hudd's going to keep talking about that, but at the end of the day, man, when you're 7-0, number one in the state, a lot of positives. The community's vibing right now. Just a lot of energy in the community right now around this football team and staff. Really, really exciting, Coach. I enjoy watching this play, and I'm looking forward to these next. We got 7-8 weeks left, right, to the state championship game.
Yes, sir. We always talked about it last year. Let's play in November. The Dolphins had never played in November. We got to play. Now let's play in December. We want to secure that home field advantage for as long as we can. Playing at home, especially the crowds that we've had, it will definitely benefit us. We play well on this field, and we're hoping for the opportunity to continue to have success. That Viger game, as you mentioned, is going to be a big one, followed by BC Rain.
Yeah, Viger's, with more than likely having the region championship on the line that night. I don't know BC Rain's region record. I don't know if they've got 1 or 2 losses. They've got 2. So, yeah, it's looking down like, the region championship is going to come down here in about 2.5, 3 weeks. I imagine this place is going to be, Coach, it's going to be packed. I mean, we had a playoff game here last year in the third round. I imagine the atmosphere is going to be very similar to that.
As you mentioned, Viger coming in the last week of October. That Viger game will also be homecoming, so hopefully the stadium will be packed for more reason than one. If you're listening to the game, if you're watching the game and you're an alumni and you haven't been back, this is a great time to come back and see what the Dolphins are doing. This Dolphins team looks a lot different than the Dolphin teams of the past. They've had incredible success, and Coach Hudspeth and Coach Edenfield and Coach Van Gorder and their leadership has been incredible and has this team going in the right direction as Coach Hudspeth meets with his players at the 40-yard line. Coach, what's Coach Hudspeth saying to his boys right here?
Coach, I think, reiterate kind of what I was talking about is we've not played our best game yet. We're 7-0. A lot of positive stuff there. He's probably talking a little bit about a couple of the penalties in the second half and our slower start that we had, but also probably picking up the offense, finishing the last drive that they had the ball on a really positive note. Coach, you don't want to peak too early, in any sport, and that's always worrisome in sports. I've been a part of a few baseball teams here that I felt were playing really good going into the last week of the season, and then, playoffs come and the bats aren't going like that. You hope they were at the right time. But, I really like the direction we're going. We got a lot. I think we still got a lot of things to teach, which is exciting for our coaching staff. And our defense keeps playing the way they're playing. Just got word that, we allowed 62 total yards tonight to Williamson. And, Coach, our defense, the way they play, tonight we played a lot of nickel. We didn't see Mac Anderson in there as much. We saw more Blaze Thomas. It's to have that type of depth and have multiple kids that you can rotate around and play different guys and keep the fresh. Because, Coach, it's a long season. Our goal is to play 15 games this year. We've never played that many. None of these kids have ever played that many. So having some extra bodies to be able to rotate in there to keep these guys fresh, next week go to Alberta and get that win. Next week's the last week of the 9 weeks. So we've got a half a day on Thursday. We're out of school on Friday. So there's our week changes a little bit, and football coaches, we like for weeks to stay the same. We really do. So there's going to be some adversity there that we're going to have to fight. We got Shrimp Fest coming in next week, so traffic will pick up a little bit around the island. But these guys have got to keep their focus. They can't take Alberta lightly. We've got to focus on Gulf Shores next week and focus on, let's eliminate the penalties, eliminate the personal fouls and the extracurricular activities. Let's run the football. Let's throw the football when we need it timely and just keep working on us. Like I tell my guys a lot of the times is let's worry about our dugout. Let's not worry about the other dugout. So for us next week, let's worry about the Dolphin sideline. Let's worry about us. Let's get better and then use that next week to get healthy and recovered up and get ready for those last 2 games because it's going to turn into a 2-game season.
As the team meets at the 40 to wrap up tonight's game, we have Coach Tolbert who's going to grab Coach Hudspeth at the conclusion of the huddle. And that's something that Coach Hudspeth has reiterated to us every time we talk. We worry about us. Yes, we have an opponent across the line, but if we execute and we play the way we're supposed to, it doesn't matter who we line up against.
Yeah, the coach this week we were talking to him about was playing together. And he's talked a lot about we over me, and right now it doesn't matter that we're number one, and just as Coach VG says, let's just get better. Let's just get better every week, and that's the goal is to get better every week. Wasn't sure we got better last week on the defensive side of the ball. It'll be interesting to meet with him this coming week to kind of see what his thoughts were. But at the end of the day, 4th game, fourth shutout of the year, another impressive night for the defense.
And as we wait to see if Coach Tolbert is able to get his hands on Coach Hood, and it does not look like he's going to be able to do so. So we will wrap it up ourselves, and we will have some things to talk about with Coach Hudspeth when we meet with him, and we will bring that to you. We will not be on the air on the road. We will not be traveling to Alberta for homecoming on October the 27th as we look to take down the Viger Wolves for what should be the area championship.
Yeah, it's going to be a big night here at the MIC. You know, the region championship on the line, 2 undefeated teams. Imagine it'll be a top 5 matchup, Coach. Be a lot of media, I would imagine. You know, could possibly be live on TV that week. That game is really shaping up to be a really big night here. I know that's what everybody's excited about, you know, and us to be able to claim our first region championship. As I tell our guys, when we secure area championships, can't nobody ever take it away from you.
No, sir.
You know, and when you do something that's never been done somewhere, you know, nobody can ever take it away from you, and you'll remember it forever. You really will.
Well, with that, for Coach Chris Jackson, Coach Jimbo Tolbert, I'm Owen Corcoran. We thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We will see you back here on October the 27th as the Dolphins host the Viger Wolves for homecoming.